you must be careful regarding that. You know that in United States we are having two tasks, two total tasks, right? One task is, oh my God, one task is your task number one, that is for writing a letter for general students and description of a chart for academic students. And for this another task, in task two, you're having an essay, write an essay. Now, first of all, in IELTS writing, you must be having the score criteria in your mind for each single module when you go through IELTS exam. Like a task one in IELTS writing, that contains, three bands, and task two that contains total six bands, right? Now, task two is more important. Task one is also important, but less, right? Here, six bands are more. If you got 5.5, here you got 2.5 or 2, then it can equal to 7.5 or 8, right? But this one is more the essay writing, right? Now, anyhow, before going to IELTS writing, discussion overall, whenever you start writing, that is task one or task two, whatever is that so far, because you are supposed to first have a plan regarding that, right? To first have a brainstorming regarding that, to first think about the topic. What should I write? What my topic is asking me? Brainstorm. This is called brainstorm, right? Brainstorming means that you must think for a minute or two that what am I supposed to write for this very topic? This is the title, and I would write this, right? Now, next is you can, yeah, you must be having very good command on some of the grammatical topics like punctuation, capitalization. You can see some others like this. Yeah. Now, next is subject verb agreement, noun antecedent agreement, conditionals, modal verb usage, and adjectives. Next, if you add that is preposition of time, preposition of place must be also learned by you. Now, overall, these few topics should be 100% clear by you. Like in punctuation, some of the rules you must be having in your mind. When you start a sentence with, introductory phrase. Introductory phrase means that when you introduce your sentence with any three, four words that introduce your sentence, um, for instance, if you say in this modern era, so you must use comma after that and then the next sentence. If you write furthermore, moreover, in addition, additionally, logically, philosophically, next, I would like to also mention, secondly, that these, after them, all of them, you are supposed to also use comma, right? And but one word another, that is so, that is so. Now if you use that in the mid of a sentence, so in the mid of a sentence, so now comma before so, but if you use start at the start of a sentence, so comma after so, right? Now comma after so, if you are starting a sentence from so, but comma before so, here before, if you are just writing it down in the mid of a sentence, right? Now, this is the difference between using a comma within the so, right? And you must be having that in your mind. Now, like little bit punctuation knowledge, especially the use of comma, where to use and where to not, right? Where to use comma and comma usage, comma, this one, right? This one must be. Next, you are having capitalization. I is where capital. You must be having a little bit more information, like punctuation is having 12, 14 rules, the comma usage, especially. Now, we don't use comma in some places, we do use comma when you start a sentence from if or although or even though or though or because, and the sentence is half completed, there we use comma. Why we use comma? Because that is dependent. Now this little bit information you must be having, and you must have you are supposed to learn that, right? This is going to help you to avoid your comma punctuation mistake. Next is your capitalization. You must be having good information regarding punctuation and capitalization. 1 minute, let me enlarge the type in the screen so it should be clearly visible. Now next is your capitalization, also must be having good knowledge, good information regarding capitalization, right? No single mistake should be in there. Now next is subject verb agreement. Like subject verb agreement means that for what kind of subject you should use what kind of verb. Now for example, if you say this idea and you use is, well, and then is. Now one subject before the as well as and another subject after as well as. Now two are the subjects within between that is as well as. So the verb would be is are singular. Has, right? Verb would be singular. Why? Because of this preposition phrase, because of this we use obviously singular verb. But this thing and this kind of information will be if you compare, if you combine two, I'm sorry, I would like to first ask you again. Natasha, Anila, और Fezin, मेरी आवाज क्लियर आ रही है आप लोगों को?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
मैंने हेडफोन्स थोड़े
Yes,
से
sir.
अच्छा, now if you compare two subjects with the word are आपके साथ choices show करता है. But if you compare two choices with one of are, now in your writing or in speaking, so should you use are next are is, right? Now this kind of info that is minor mistake, but it is a blender. No score for this. So you must, understand this in the subject verb agreement topic, noun antecedent agreement topic, and then conditional sentences, right? Conditional sentences means those which shows condition and start from if or when. Now you must be having some information regarding that. Model verb usage, voice is not clear. Okay, now I wear headphones. I hope so. Right now it is clear. Is it clear now? Yes? More clear or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. All right. Now, modal verb, you must be having some information regarding modal verb usage, right? Modal verbs, this can, could, should, would, ought to, like after could, you can never use third form or second form, rather always first form, right? First form of verb. I could go there. You could have do this. It should, it could, it would, it will, it ought. Now, after all modal verbs, we use first form of verb, right? In one condition, if you use have after this, then you use third form of verb. But this modal verb usage, you must be having information again. Next is degree of adjective. Within adjective, degrees of adjective. In degrees of adjective, actually you compare the things among each other. But now if you compare more than two things and you're using the yeah, like you say most beautiful, most intelligent, are the richest. So before most or before est word, you should use the. According to degrees of adjective, you should use the, right? Now this is also must like you must be having little bit information regarding degrees. Next, you are having preposition of time, preposition of place. We have to use it, in, on, right? This is also important. Eight party or in party, which one is right? Next, you are having tenses, and I hope that there would be no like not a kind of single problem, single a minor problem even in tenses. You would be having command on that. So in IELTS writing, when you go through IELTS writing, before having information and knowledge and reading materials and learning professional style and structure and like directly reading the formats of 8 bands, whatever those things which are important for IELTS writing, before going through all the stages, you must be having some command on your basics. You must be not having a single mistake of comma, punctuation and capitalization and sentence structure. You would have listened that there is a term, a terminology called sentence structure. Sometimes you would listen and you might not be also satisfied from your own sentence structure. Now that sentence structure must be also correct. Within that, you what thing makes the sentence structure correct? That is simply subject verb agreement. Then you are having noun antecedent agreement. These things make your sentence correct, right? So for conditional sentences as well, right? And your punctuation and then your tense, right? So use correct use of tenses,
tenses. So you must be having like in special grammar there are total 24 major topics, right? 24 major lectures in special grammar. But within writing and speaking, you only need 7 to 8 topics. You must be having good command on that, right? To avoid 100% mistakes in your writing and speaking, you must cover the topics which I have written here. Being an international grammar trainer and also grammar writer, I would recommend only these 7 to 8 topics to all of you to only cover this, and these are going to help you in getting the desired score of you people, right? Okay. Next, examiner judges your writing, right? Examiner judges your writing. It means that your writing is for examiner. It is not for you. So, 1 minute. Sorry. Yes, it is for examiner. It means that it should be interested for examiner, right? If examiner is not enjoying your writing, so how can you expect that examiner would give you very good score? If examiner is just like getting bored of your writing, so do not expect something good from his side, right? Now in simple words, when you do write an essay like this is first of all, your practice must be gone. You must go through the kind of piece of paper. If you are having it, fine. If you don't have it, ask me. I would share the soft copy and PDF. You must do practice on the same paper, right? Task one on this first page and second, and task two writing an essay on the second page, right? You must do practice on the similar sheets, right? Which would be given to you in the real exam. You must do practice. But now, you're writing for examiner, and if you're writing for examiner, your writing must be interested for him. If that would not be and that would be interested in one sense, like look at the example. When you watch a movie, when you watch songs, drama, now or any these a kind of any season, etc., whatever the watching comedian, everybody has its own his own choice, right? Now when you watch something and you take an interest to you, it seems to you and you feel that now what would be the next action so far. So that next action captivate you. Same is for your writing. If you write in a way of like a performance, good performance, and like to show your outstanding structure, correct grammar, and exact professional style, starting is a very nice, closing is a very nice of paragraph, sentence connection is also fine. So this is going to attract examiner towards your writing. Automatically you would get very good score for. Otherwise you would face the music. If you would only try to get rid of it, if you would try to only run of it. Now in all speaking, reading, listening, writing, whatever is the module, if you would try to just run of it, like especially in writing and speaking, if you try to only complete it to just fulfill, this is not fair. You would not get your desired score. Now in task one you need to write 150 words, and task two you need to write 250 words, the target. But instead of 150 you can write 170, instead of 250 you can write 270, right? Now next, interesting. Yeah, not more than 270, a lot like now you would be asked to write 250 words, but if you write 300 plus, so it would be also having, I think so, 300 plus mistakes, right? So to avoid more mistakes and to avoid the blunder, like not writing less. Today one student asked me that if I would write 249 words, so would they cut one score from? They would not cut one score from you people, right? But not 250 means that is the target from examiner side, from the exam, right? 250 words essay, and this is very 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 easy. We were writing in our research methodologies and linguistics terminologies time period in our graduation 2500 words essay. Now 250, wow, very easy. But this also needs a proper, first of all, brainstorming to have a kind of plan on it, like what you're writing. And another thing for preparing this the best, I recommend only one source, that is Maker book, right? Maker book of IELTS writing. You must go through this. And Maker, you must read 2 essays a day, 2 essays a day. And within 2-3 days, you must write one essay. Yes, R.D. Khan, who is there? And what do you want to ask? मेरे ख्याल से इनको आवाज़ नहीं आ रही शायद, और ये भी माइक से बेखबर है। एक आपकी और स्टूडेंट भी थी जो इस वक्त माइक से बेखबर थी, लेकिन उनको शायद अभी आवाज़ जा रही है। एक चेक कर लें। अभी आपको आवाज़ आ रही है? दिस उज़ैर उज़ैर की आईडी से जो स्टूडेंट है।
जी आ रही है।
गुड गुड। आपके साथ बाद में बात भी होती है, अभी क्लास लेने खैर है।
ठीक है।
सॉरी, थैंक यू फॉर द कोऑपरेशन। नाउ अच्छा, अगेन दोबारा ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं। अच्छा, अब IELTS, now in IELTS writing, few are the things that is important. You know, IELTS
दुनिया का
writing
तेरा बात
is very easy to
सुना
pass. IELTS writing is very
आधा
easy
क्लास लेंदा पे ना,
pass.
आधा जाब के
अभी
साथ ही करनी है स्टूडेंट ने।
उज़ैर आईडी से जो है, कोई प्लीज माइक म्यूट करें।
जी
IELTS राइटिंग प्लीज मेक। अच्छा, और बात नहीं करें क्लास में, वरना कैमरास ऑन करा देंगे हम आपको, आपसे, और फिर आपने
दो बार भी
पेपर भी सामने रखना है जिस पे
दो
आपने
बार भी
लिखना है फिर। हाँ, आप भी एहसान माइक ऑफ करें, ठीक है। क्लास के दौरान बात नहीं करें, क्वेश्चन पूछे, आपस में बातें नहीं करें, राइट। एक दिन मैं स्टूडेंट से क्लास ले रहा था, स्पीकिंग क्लास। अब मैं क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ, जैसे एक स्टूडेंट का नेम लिया, इधर इस्लामाबाद में कहीं रहती थी, उधर से आवाज आती है, मम्मा सर बुला रहे हैं। उनकी बेटी ने आवाज दी मामा। तो ऐसा नहीं करें, ठीक है। ऑनलाइन सेशन है, लेकिन फिजिकल समझ के, इसलिए मेरा कैमरा भी आप लोगों के लिए ऑन है, इसलिए मैं स्लाइड्स पे आपके लोगों के लिए राइटिंग वगैरह भी करता हूँ कि आपके कंसंट्रेशन यहाँ पे फोकस हो। तो ये जिसकी आवाज आ जाती है, दैट लिटिल बिट डिसअपॉइंट मी, राइट। मैं 100% कोशिश करता हूँ कि आपके लिए हर पॉइंट डिस्कस भी करूँ और इजीली आपको समझाऊं भी। तो आप भी थोड़ा सा, फॉरेनर जो स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं, वैसा मोस्टली श्रीलंकन इंडियंस, यूके से, जो आयरलैंड से, अमेरिका से, जो नेटिव स्पीकर्स हैं, या उनका जो जब भी क्लास लेते हैं, दे जस्ट मोटिवेट अस इस सेंस में हमें मोटिवेट करते हैं कि वो बिल्कुल सामने पेज ऑफ पेपर होता है, और ये नहीं कि वो बिल्कुल फ्री होते हैं। 12 13 14 आवर्स ड्यूटी जॉब के बाद वो जिस स्टाइल से हमारे साथ क्लास लेते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, यू कैन नॉट इमेजिन लाइक हाउ मच एक्टिव दे सिट इन फ्रंट ऑफ द कैमरा। Females aged, aged in a sense like 40 plus, above than 40, and less than 20, this is all ages students from the some of the foreign states. They really, I really appreciate their interest and 100% concentration. और एक स्टूडेंट था, एक दिन मैं बहुत टायर्ड था और मैं किसी और टॉपिक में चला गया, मुझे पता भी नहीं चला। तो बाद में मैं उनसे पूछा कि आपको समझ आ रही है? लाइक यस यस यस, राइट। इतना लाइक कंसंट्रेशन एंड इतना काइंड ऑफ respect and obedience. So that's why then they get desired score very easily, 7 plus, and like whatever they do so far, लेकिन वो बहुत serious and एक तरह से ये हमने करना है 100%। अच्छा, anyhow, IELTS writing की कुछ important points we are going through. So the next thing is, learn to don't waste precious time when you count words in your real exam. आपने words count करने के लिए बैठ नहीं जाना। आपको मैंने piece of paper दिखाया है कि आपका ये जो पेज अब होता है आंसर शीट, तो इस पे आपने लेट सपोज यहाँ तक लिखा, नेक्स्ट साइड लिखा। Now it doesn't mean like you should count your words. Either it is 150, oh my god, it is 159. I should write one word more. What should I write? I should write the end. No, do not count that in real exam, right? And this practice time period, in the following days you can count. You should count, right? And you should make a kind of estimate in real exam. Rather, you should be focused on your content. What I supposed to write. Next, you are allowed to use a second sheet for essay if you need that. Paraphrase the question in your introduction. In introduction paragraph, when you paraphrase the question, that means to change the words of a title. When you write the title, when you discuss the title, like right now, at the end of the class, might be in another session, I would check your essay of 𝐸 Safdar in front of all of you people. Now you would see that whatever the mistakes or whatever is there, but You would see like paraphrasing. We would also talk about this, that paraphrase means to write, to mention the title, the topic in your own words. It is having a benefit. Examiner consider this person is having very very good command on English, and even he is not taking help from my words, rather he is using his own words and he is conveying the same idea, right? So it would actually shows your good command. And IELTS speaking exam and IELTS writing exam, when you change the words of question in your answer, like I asked you, what do you like so far in the morning? And you say, I prefer, I love, I appreciate, I do prefer. Instead of like, you say I prefer. Instead of like, you say I get pleasure. Instead of like, you say I take interest. Instead of like, now some other words when you use, instead of usually, you said mostly, you said often, you said sometime. Now, instead of some words that would be used in the question of writing or speaking, if you change the words in your answer of your speaking exam and writing exam, this shows your good command on English language. This person is very good having, like, not taking help from my words, rather answering in his own style and way. That would be also unique, right? So paraphrasing the question in your introduction paragraph, we will talk about that in the in tomorrow lecture, in essay writing, IELTS writing essay, right? And you would see how to next you are but this is important. Next, you must remember some words. Some words means some connectors, you must remember it, right? And connectors, the transition verb. And besides connectors, you must also remember some phrases. Some phrases, like I can show you an essay, and a kind of essay I would share right now in the class group. You must remember some of the phrases from that, right? 1 minute, if I'm having that here. I hope so. Yes, here. Now, she was my most talented student, and you can see 1 minute. Her essay starting, how she has started her essay. She got 8.5 in real exam. Now, you can see owing to this contemporary era, comma. Now, this kind of phrases, next you can see, furthermore, you can see one little bit. It is, yeah, this one you can see, to begin with, right? Now in the closing, the last paragraph, you can see into the problem from a different point of view, right? Such kind of highlighted these phrases, these are for you people, I would share. Now you must remember it. You must remember at least 7 phrases to be used in your essays one. You must remember it, right? To share so far. Next is your words. You must remember also some words, right, to use in your writing section, like for instance the connectors, to connect your ideas, like firstly, secondly, furthermore, in addition, additionally, logically, moreover, secondly, thirdly, philosophically, religiously, this different, right? Whatever the connectors you are, I would share connector list. Now at least 12, 15 connectors you must remember. 12, 15, instead of using so, then, but, and then, right? And in your writing and speaking, sometimes students do well, writing like, and they hang, right? And in writing a speaking section, they do so I was there, so I enjoyed, so I it was interesting, so all the time, so, right? So you must eliminate this from your speaking, you must eliminate this from your writing section as well, right? To avoid, to show your professional way of writing and communication, right? And conveying idea. Next, you are in task 2. Just yes. Now in task 2, sorry, learn some word and phrases. In task 2, personal experience is also important whenever it is required. Now in task 2, personal experience means your opinion. If that is opinion essay, it asks for your agreement, disagreement. You must share your opinion, right, within your personal experience, right? You can share that, you can discuss that. Next, your whenever it is possible, you must share that, right? After understand the question before you begin to answer. This is also very, very important. If the question is asking to discuss problem and solutions, and you're talking about advantages and disadvantages in IELTS writing essay, so it is again totally irrelevant, right? And if the question is asking advantage, disadvantage, you are talking about I totally agree, I totally disagree. So something else you are discussing, something was asked from the question by the within the question, right? Now this is again irrelevant. Speaking and writing, this thing you have to keep it in mind. Speaking and writing does not mean that you are supposed to only write whatever you have in the mind, or speaking only speak whatever you have in the mind. No, you must be very to the point, very relevant to the question, right? Okay, next uh, you are supposed to organize your time carefully. Leave some time for this, sorry, leave some time for planning, for writing, for revising, right? Like planning means you're brainstorming. One minute or at least 2 minutes must be for your brainstorming. Next, you're writing for like task 1 18 minutes, task 2 total time is 40 minutes. So out of 40, 35 minutes for writing, 2 minutes for brainstorming, 2 minutes for revising, right? So organize your time wisely. Okay, this is going to help you to avoid minor mistake. Next, you must care about right and correct places. Like these are 4 pages you can see in front of the screen. Uh, essay essay must be written on task 2 page, right? You can see here the word task 2 here, right? This is task 2. Now essay must be written here on task 2 page, and on task 1, this is for your task 1, question number 1 in IELTS writing, right? If you write randomly task 1 in place of this essay and this essay and task 1, this should also cut your score, right? So it must be also written on the exact correct place, that must be on the same, right? Next, you indent each paragraph. Indent each paragraph means to leave half line, like this is a piece of paper. You are done from here, you started so far here, you ended the one of the paragraph, and now you're starting second paragraph. You must leave half line here. Now when you leave half line, after half line, you should then start your second paragraph, right? This is indenting each paragraph. This is to show examiner that where I am starting new, where I am closing previous, the old paragraph. This must be clearly understandable and visible. Another thing regarding this starting closing, one is to show the examiner I started, I closed. One is to also close with a proper sentence, like introduction paragraph you are done, so show it that this essay will elaborate this is your closing of introduction. Closing of next paragraph must also be there, then next paragraph closing, conclusion paragraph, proper starting, proper closing, right? So this is also important. Next, uh, cross out changes neatly. If any mistakes, cross that neatly, like this, not like this, right? Okay, read as much as you can. Reading is going to be 2 essays on daily basis from maker book, right? From maker book, whatever the time you are having, right? Like 1 day, 20 days, whatever the time, but 2 essays on daily basis you must read with 100% concentration, attention. Like yeah, another 95 topics I have shared of predictable for the coming exam. You must read 5 topics a day in that question only, the title. And you must try to uh, think about the ideas, like if the question, the topic would come to me, what can I write so far on this, right? And on daily basis, or within 2 days or 3 days, you must write also one essay, right? So this is going to help you and to prepare you 100%. Next, you are having study the sample course responsibility. So this is a little bit your intro about your IELTS. And now I would like to have a discussion on this because of the essay. Until now, if you are having any query regarding as writing, जितना भी हमने discuss किया, अगर किसी को कोई question हो, you are pleased to ask. Yes, if somebody is having any question, you are pleased to ask, you can ask. Yes. Mic unmute करके you guys can ask. अच्छा, ये ऐसे अभी एक स्टूडेंट ने जो लिखा है, economic development is the creation of wealth from which community benefits are realized, from which uh, community benefits are realized. Uh, from economic development is the creation of wealth from which community benefits are realized, uh, are to be realized, are to be realized, are to be realized, right? To be realized. Some people argue that for citizens that के बाद कभी भी कमा नहीं आएगा, that से पहले that के बाद कभी भी कमा नहीं आता, ठीक है। ये आपका इनडायरेक्ट, डायरेक्ट में आपने दैट की वजह से तो वो भी आपके जो वो लगते हैं, क्या कहते हैं, कोटेशन मार्क ये वाले, वो भी ख़त्म हो जाते हैं, राइट। तो इसके बाद कॉमा वगैरह ये चीज़ें नहीं आती इससे पहले आगे पीछे। अच्छा ये हाँ, दैट्स में आता है, THATS सिर्फ इसमें आता है, बाकी सिंपल दैट के बाद आगे पीछे कॉमा नहीं आता। ये मीटिंग एंड हो रहे हैं, आप लोग 5 मिनट करें, दोबारा फिर ज्वाइन करना है। आप सब इसी लिंक पे, सेम लिंक पे आपने क्लिक करना है। For citizens of already wealthy countries, further economic development will not lead them to become any happier.